A few years ago, I met two men. Same city, same degree, same hustle. One was broke, one was wealthy. The only difference between them wasn't strategy. It was something invisible. Let me tell you about Marcus. Marcus worked 14-hour days. He had goals written on sticky notes covering every wall in his apartment. He attended every seminar, read every book, listened to every podcast about money and success. And yet, month after month, something always went wrong. A business partner disappeared with funds. A client backed out last minute. An investment that looked perfect collapsed. Marcus was exhausted and confused. He had done everything he was told to do, worked hard, stayed consistent, kept going. But the results just wouldn't stick. And one day, sitting in his car after losing another deal, Marcus asked himself a question he had never asked before. What if the problem isn't what I'm doing, but what I'm broadcasting? What is your aura actually broadcasting? Think of yourself like a radio tower. Right now, in this very moment, you are broadcasting a signal. Every thought you think, every emotion you hold, every belief sitting quietly in the back of your mind, all of it is transmitting. And money, opportunity, the right people, they are tuned into that frequency. Here's what was happening with Marcus. On the surface, he looked confident. He showed up, he smiled, he pitched well. But underneath, in the quiet of 3 a.m., his thoughts sounded like this. What if it never works? What if I'm not smart enough? What if I don't deserve it? He was broadcasting fear, and life, ruthlessly, precisely, was delivering fear right back to him. This is what I call the law of resonance. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are on the inside. And Marcus's inside was full of doubt.
Your aura cannot lie. Your aura is not some mystical fog floating around your body. It is your emotional default, the feeling you carry into a room before you even open your mouth, the energy you return to when no one is watching. And here's the hard truth. Your aura is built by your daily habits of thought. If you spend your days anxious about money, your aura learns to speak the language of lack. If you celebrate others' success with jealousy, your aura quietly says, "There is not enough for me." If you undercharge, apologize for your pricing, and shrink yourself in conversations, your aura broadcasts one message loudly: "I do not believe in my own worth." That signal, that invisible, unconscious signal, becomes your ceiling. No strategy breaks through it. No amount of hustle climbs over it. Marcus knew this now, but knowing it wasn't enough. He needed to change it. Around this time, Marcus met two brothers, James and David. Same parents, same neighborhood, same starting point in life. James had received a large inheritance at 28. Within 3 years, it was gone. Broke again, bitter, confused about what happened. David had nothing at 28, starting completely from zero. But by 40, David had built a business worth millions. Marcus sat with David one afternoon and asked him directly, "What's your secret?" David smiled and said, "I stopped trying to look wealthy. I started training myself to feel wealthy before any of it existed." He explained how every morning, before the noise of the day came in, he would sit quietly and feel what it felt like to already be free, already be successful, already be the person he was working toward. His whole body learned that abundance was safe, normal, expected. James, on the other hand, had received the money, but his aura was still broadcasting the old signal: fear, confusion, unworthiness. And so the money slipped away because his inner world couldn't hold it. This is why so many people who suddenly get wealth lose it quickly. The money arrived, but the aura didn't match it, and energy always seeks alignment. Marcus finally understood what had been happening to him all these years.
Marcus went home that night and started something simple. 3 daily practices, not complicated, but they required real discipline. First, the emotional audit. Every morning, before his phone, before the noise, Marcus asked himself one honest question. What am I feeling right now? And does it match the person I want to become? If the answer was fear, doubt, or scarcity, he didn't fight it, he interrupted it. He'd say out loud, "This feeling is old. It belongs to who I was, not who I'm becoming." Second, alignment affirmations, done the right way. Marcus used to chant affirmations in the mirror. His mouth said abundance, but his body still felt panic. So he changed the approach. He closed his eyes, took 3 slow breaths, and instead of just saying the words, he felt them land in his chest. Money is safe with me. Success flows to me. I am aligned with expansion. He said it until his body started to believe it. That's the real shift. Third, energetic pre-play. Before every important meeting or conversation, Marcus would close his eyes and see it going better than expected. He'd feel the relief, the confidence, the natural certainty in his voice. Then he'd ask himself, who was I in that moment? How did I carry myself? And he'd walk into the room already wearing that version of himself. What changed for Marcus? 3 months into this practice, something quietly shifted. Not overnight, not dramatically, but steadily. People started responding to Marcus differently. A client he hadn't spoken to in over a year reached out unprompted. A business opportunity came through a casual conversation at a coffee shop. An investor pulled him aside after a meeting and said, "I don't know what it is about you, but I trust you." Marcus hadn't changed his pitch. He hadn't changed his product. He hadn't worked harder. He had changed his aura. He walked into rooms with calm certainty instead of quiet desperation. He stopped apologizing for his prices. He stopped needing people to validate him before he believed in himself. His aura was now saying, "I am here to give value. Take it or leave it." And the world started choosing to take it. Marcus's story is not special. It is a pattern, one that repeats for every person who stops performing confidence on the outside while collapsing on the inside, and instead builds it from the ground up. Your aura is not fixed, it is flexible. It responds to training just like a muscle responds to the gym. Train it with certainty, with calm. Make sure your thoughts, words, and actions all say the same thing, because if your mouth says abundance while your mind whispers fear, life hears the fear every time. And show up to give, not just to get. Be the person whose presence solves problems. That kind of energy is magnetic in ways no business card will ever be. One final question. Before you close this video, I want you to sit with one honest question. When you walk into a room, what walks in with you? Does your presence say, "I'm here to add something"? Or does it whisper, "Please, someone choose me"? Because wealth doesn't follow the most talented. It doesn't chase the most hardworking. It flows to the most aligned. Train your aura. Raise your signal and watch life start moving to meet you the way it eventually moved for Marcus. Now, there's one more thing I need you to watch before you go, because here's what nobody tells you. You can do all of this inner work, train your aura, raise your signal, build real belief, and then accidentally destroy your momentum with one simple mistake: telling people your plans before they're done. I made an entire video on why you must never share your goals before you achieve them, the psychology behind it, what it does to your energy, and why the people closest to you might unknowingly be the ones slowing you down. It's the natural next step from everything we talked about today. Watch it right here. It might be the most important 10 minutes of your week.